Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, purchases off the wish list, tipping the Clarista, and all the things. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. So I did that Reiki video earlier. I don't know. I just posted a Patreon. And felt guided to come here and see what it is that you need to know. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let us see, shall we? I hope everyone is feeling fantastic, doing well, and even if you're not feeling fantastic, that's okay too, right? It's okay not to be okay. Just don't judge yourself for it. All right? Okay. We have community. We have courtship. We have official person. Ooh, okay. So some of you, there's some sort of new courtship, or somebody, maybe somebody coming towards you, somebody maybe in your community, okay? Or something about maybe it feels like kind of like a new community, possibly like a new friend group, or you may meet this person through some new friends or something. Like they're kind of giving like maybe like blind date, or like, hey, like, you know, I know somebody that I think, you know, something like that. But we have this official person here. So that's for some of you here, okay, where you may get kind of like hooked up with, you know, somebody in a community, okay. Let's see, occupation and courthouse here. We're gonna get some more on those, but yeah, look, we have the lovers here. False person, change, adjudication. Okay, so somebody maybe, this person could currently be like, yeah, ooh, we have marriage. Could be in some sort of, oh, but this could be your person, right? You could marry this person. For some reason, I feel like they may be like releasing some sort of false person. It doesn't have to mean that they were dating this person, right? Maybe there's a friend that they had that was a false person that maybe, I don't know, or a family member or something that could have, I don't know. But yeah, they may be releasing this person. Yeah, but for some reason I feel like somebody may be worried about something that they've been working really hard on here. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm so glad you're here, Shelly. And Irene, and Ashray, and Dina, and the light. And Nisaya? Aura? Jurissa? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I butchered all of those last names I said. Oh, hey Jessica Lynn. Is that your whole first name? Or did you combine your first and your middle name? Because my middle name is Lynn too. Anyway, sorry. Alright, tell me about this community. Tell me about this community. Unbothered. You may be unbothered by a community. I don't know if there was a community that was trying to... What is the intention? Tell me about this community. Yeah, concerned. What are they concerned about? What are they concerned about? Oh, shit. Voodoo. Fuck. Okay. Tell me more. Karma. B. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so there's a community that's concerned because you're unbothered, which means that whatever they were doing behind the scenes is no longer working and is probably coming back to them, right? They may be receiving some sort of karma here. Could just have been maybe like lies and rumors and things like that. Interesting. I'm about sick of this community. If I'm being honest. I'm about sick of them. Whoever these people are. But again, I feel like you've moved through that energy of like not being sick of them, of just like, yeah, it is what it is, right? We know. Anyway, so just a confirmation, yes, there is a group of people that are concerned because, yeah, somebody's like kind of obsessed about your success here, or where you are, or you're, you know, if you're single, or the way that you look here, okay? There's some sort of message that somebody is getting, and it's creating some sort of like jealousy or envy, okay? So they may have done some sort of love spell. Yeah. For some of you. Or, you know, try to manipulate the energy. Tell me about this official person. We have conflict with ancestors and abundance. So I feel like there's some ancestors that are trying to usher in some sort of abundance here. But this is bringing some sort of conflict, or to maybe somebody else, or in a situation. Yeah, because we have flying monkey here. Tell me about this occupation. There's somebody in a connection that's awakening to somebody being in a karmic energy. Interesting with that occupation. Tell me about the courthouse. I feel like somebody could have been like judging somebody's, or, you know, maybe looking at what somebody has, or what they do for work, and it's like, oh, well, this person's probably a good person, but somebody's like awakening to the fact that they're not. Okay? I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, you know, depending on what this person does, it's like, well, if they do that, then they're probably, you know, no, somebody's awakening, or there's a community that's awakening to something like that. Like, this person isn't as, you know, I want to say like as good as they seem, right? I don't know, for some reason I'm picking up on like doctor energy, right? This could be like a doctor, and you know, people assumed, oh, this person's a doctor, they must be a good person, right? Must have good intentions, they must, you know, something like that. You know, and it's like there's maybe people within this career, within this person's work environment, or within this community that's like, oh, no, that person is not a good person. Like, I don't mean to laugh, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, somebody is trying to manifest. I don't know. It's like I feel like somebody wants you to be kind of like obsessed with them, or like, yeah. I feel like somebody has like money or something like that, and that's what's got some people confused. Like they're maybe they determine people's like value or their worth based on what they have, right? So it's like this energy of like, well, this person has a really good career and they make a lot of money. They're probably, you know, and somebody's, you know, there's this awakening that's happening that's like, oh no, this person has like an entity attached to them. Um, I'm wondering if they wanted this entity to attach to you, right? This is kind of like an energy where maybe people like kind of um, like fall all over this person. You know what I mean? Like maybe they fall all over them. That's not the right term, but it's like they, you know, they get a lot of attention, or there's a lot of people that really want to be with this person, or something like that. And it's like I think that they wanted you to feel that way, but I don't think that you do, because I there's something, I feel like you are in this unbothered energy. I don't, I'm not sure that you're kind of, it's like, I don't feel like I'm picking up on your energy too much. I feel like what I'm picking up on is mostly like a community and then this person, right? But this person is like expecting the same response that they get from everyone else from you. And I don't think either you're not giving them that, or you're not going to, right? But it feels like there's somebody that maybe like doing some things like behind the scenes in order to achieve this, I guess. Yeah, this is somebody who I think views you as some sort of soulmate, but yeah, I feel like you're choosing to love yourself here. Yeah. Yeah, look, we have boss and thief. Exactly. Like I said, there's somebody that's in some sort of position, okay? That is, you know, that I feel like there's a community that's awakening to, you know, it's like they were viewed in this like high esteem, or like this, you know, whatever. But this person was, you know, they were like maybe laundering money or stealing money or energy, or you know, manipulating situations or something like that. But this person is, you know, kind of being exposed for their karmic energy. And I think we all go through, you know, like karmic energy and things like that. And you know, you know, making mistakes, learning lessons, all of those things. But it's like, you know, it's this, it feels like, again, you know, a lot of people have this person on a pedestal, and this person is, they're being knocked down here, because I feel like they took advantage of that position on the pedestal. You know what I mean? It's like, that type of energy. So somebody like this is being exposed here, okay? Yeah, it could be exposed by, like, this person could be, you know, maybe you're probably very gifted. You could be exposing this person, possibly, whether you know it or not. Yeah. But I feel like somebody ultimately, yeah, we have death magic with divination. Exactly. It's like maybe you're exposing this person, like, through, you know, your spiritual gifts, or I don't know, but somebody was trying to put an ending to something here. Yeah. And it feels like whoever this is, they could have had like a community that was like, because I'm wondering, it's like, okay, so why does this matter to the collective other than maybe if you're exposing this person, but also, you know, this person could have turned some people against you, maybe. Yeah, and now it feels like, you know, there could have been a masculine and a feminine energy involved here, but now it feels like that is changing, right? It's almost like there are people now looking at those people that were like, oh, look at collective, and, you know, the bad person that they are, and all the shitty things that they've done, and, you know, whatever, right? Or, you know, whether they were making stuff up or just, you know, kind of exposing your past or living in the past, or, you know, trying to keep you, it's almost like trying to um, keep the way people view you in the past, right? Like keep that perception of you, or keep that version of you alive, when in reality it's I don't know that it is alive. But, and so it's like these people are, they're mad, they're turning on these people that were involved here. There's definitely a masculine energy, I feel like, that again was just, you know, other people around them kind of put them on this pedestal, and they kind of use that here, you know. But there's definitely a karmic feminine involved as well. This karmic feminine could, I almost kind of feel like this masculine's mad at this feminine also. Okay, this person may lose their job. There's somebody that may lose their job if they use their position that they held to harm someone else. I'm feeling like there is something about that, and they may lose their position here. Okay. Um, yeah. Basically, I feel like there was a couple of energies that were using like their material things or their position in life or something, to like kind of manipulate or take advantage of or something, you know, the people around them. And this is, I feel like it was maybe to turn some people against you here. And I feel like, yeah, this is all kind of going back here. Yeah, because we have Sweetheart with this ascending. You're ascending past, you know, this version of you that they've held on to so tightly, right? You're no longer that person, and so they have no choice but to kind of look at where that was kind of coming from, and like, you know, kind of like, what the fuck, man, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. I get the sense that there was like a lot of confusion sent your way here, okay? I feel like there was a lot of confusion and a lot of, you know, trying to... It's like so that these particular people would like stay off your radar or something like that. But the thing is like the divine is showing you some things anyways. Ooh. So we have the Death and the Empress. So a lot of you are being reborn into this Empress, but this may... There may be... This karmic feminine could be like a mother figure or something that could pass. I don't usually pick up on like actual like passing with the Death card typically, but I do kind of... There may be somebody that... Yeah. If that's the case, it's because they Seven of Swords. They like took something, right? They lied. They, you know, they were trying to get away with something here. Yeah, and it was like, or maybe they had something and they were like taking forever here. Yeah, this was something that you were like Five of Pentacles and crossed here. This was something that you were like left out of. Somebody took something that was supposed to, you know, and they left you out of something here. Okay. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's, you know, there's been some sort of change in which this person, you know, maybe was supposed to give it to you, or they're taking forever to do so. This is, this person may experience some shit for getting involved, you know, mixing their hands in something that they really shouldn't have. Yeah. Yep. Eight of Swords. Exactly. They may go to jail, but this could also be spiritual or emotional or mental prison here. Okay. Because they were trying to control something. Whether it be control how people viewed you, or control you getting something, or control, right? This is somebody who's like... you know, because they're leading me back over here to this jealousy and this envy here, okay? Ultimately, though, they really had no control, okay? Not when it comes to the divine, not when it comes to God and passed over loved ones. What? Yeah. Ace of Swords. You may hear about a tower that somebody's going through here, okay? Now... If some of you get a little bit of joy out of a tower that you hear about, right, you probably want to look at that. I don't know who that's for, but I'm not judging you. But yeah, maybe look at that. Obviously, don't, I don't feel like you're wishing anyone's downfall or anything like that. You're probably just wanting them to do the right thing. But, and that's probably maybe for like 2 or 3 people. Yeah, this is somebody that like really, really does not want to give you something. They don't. They don't. But I feel like they're going to have to, okay? Whether it be, giving you I don't know, I'm hearing benefit of the doubt or like props for your growth or your evolution or, actually something tangible that's meant to be yours, right? Something like that. They really don't want to. And honestly, for a lot of you, they're in a position where they really kind of have to. And I think that they're unsure, right? On how to come forward. Like, oh, hey, so this has been going on. Like, say for example, it's like maybe somebody passed away, right? And like there was something that was left to you and you didn't get it, right? So this person is like trying to come up with a way of like how do I tell the collective, right? Because this person thought they would never have to give it to you, okay? But that's not the case here. So they're like trying to figure out, how do I tell the collective that basically I was trying to interfere with their life, right? Yeah, because I have a feeling they know that this is probably going to turn into, or they assume, or it's like I don't know, they think that there could be some sort of fight that comes from this. Yeah. This person or these people, they have very strong egos, okay? Like they are ran by their ego, they are ran by, worldly things, okay? And that's why it's so hard for them to basically own up to this, right? To tell the truth, to, yeah. Interesting. This is what's going on though behind the scenes. I'm not even sure that you're aware of this. You may be, but maybe you can feel it in the energy. But I get the feeling that like you've been calling your power back from this situation, whether it's changed or not. And so because of that, it's like the situation is changing. There are some things that are, again, that you may not see or I feel like there are some people that are going through some things that they're trying to keep hidden, but I have a feeling you may hear about them or see them or something like that. And if they're trying to keep them hidden, it's because they know that they're going through this because they did something, right? Like they know that it's karma, right? Whether it be karma towards them, karma for doing something towards you or something towards somebody else, right? Like there's an energy around that here. Yeah. I feel like this person could have been working with somebody, either somebody young or somebody young-minded or immature, or, you know what I mean? Somebody who also was just very concerned with material things. Yeah. But so I feel like this message is to let you know, okay, that these things, like that something is unraveling, okay? You don't see it, but something is unraveling. And I feel like what it is that's unraveling is like whether it be some sort of evidence or proof or something that like you've been maybe done wrong, or like if it's not done wrong, it's like lied about, or, you know, taken from, or, you know, that somebody else really wasn't who they said that they were. They were this false person, right? Yeah, but this is going on, and you can't really, I'm not sure, because I don't really, again, I feel like you're doing your own thing. I don't necessarily like feel your energy here too much, okay? It feels like this is actually going on maybe even at a distance from you, or like, you know, something like that here, okay? Yeah, I don't know. There was something that was meant to kind of like destruct or get in the way of your path here, okay? With some sort of entity attachment, or maybe, or something, but yeah, I don't know. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening at all. Okay, we're just going to get final messages here. Yeah. About this from the collective. Yeah, some of you, it's like you know this, right? But it's like, you know, this is kind of something that is at this point maybe out of your hands, and so you're just emotionally like, you know, okay, well, I'm not gonna let this, you know, charge my emotions or change my day, or, you know, make me feel some type of way with this Eight of Cups here, right? It's like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I know that, you know, that it's gonna work out, right? It's like releasing whatever this is, like, that's out of your hands, you know? Like, if this person is spreading rumors, you can't stop them from doing that, right? So you're like, well, okay, well, whoever wants to believe whatever, right? That's on them, I guess, you know? Like, or if this person is, you know, I don't know. This also too is an energy where some of you, it's like somebody really wanted you to walk away from something, and they thought, or they wanted to bring an ending to something, and they thought that if they could usher that in, that you would be like just devastated. But for a lot of you, it's like you're like, you know, on this path, on this journey, and you're like, okay, well, you know, people come and go, things come and go, right? Nothing, you know, lasts forever. What's meant to be will stay, and what's not will not. So you're not emotionally triggered or charged when it comes to this. And somebody's like, fuck. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what it's like. Somebody's like, damn it. doesn't matter what I do, I cannot get underneath their skin. Yeah. Ultimately, yes, that's what's happening here. Yeah, because you're just like, doo-doo-doo. Right? Like, you see the bigger picture. You understand something deeper at a deeper level, right? You take time to, like, gain insight, and, like, it's like, okay, well, if something or someone or, is leaving my life, well, then clearly they're, it's not meant to be here anymore, right? And I'm not attached to, like, you've emotionally detached from whatever this is. And it's like you see the, the bigger picture, or you're working on that, right? You're trying to, understand exactly what's happening, or something like that. But yeah, this has got some people, like, they thought for sure by taking whoever or whatever this is that you would have just been, a wreck, or that was the key to, destroying you, your stability, and your, financially and mentally and emotionally, and that would just, put them in a position of like, oh, see, I told you, collective is still in that energy, collective is still unstable, collective is still making these decisions, collective blah blah blah, right? Yeah, no, now this person is like beating themselves in the head because they're like, okay, well, now I've just ushered collective into their next level up. Yeah, that's basically what they've done. And they're like, dang it, dang it, dang it. Is kind of what it is. Yeah, because look, Ace of Pentacles, you're like, yeah, here's my thing is you're, this Ace of Pentacles here, right, is got the roots down here, right? And you're like, man, I'm really good with fresh new plants, right? I'm really good at nurturing them and planting them, and it's like, and there's, I don't know. Yeah, we have the Fool with the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. Exactly. You're like, okay, well, sure, I'll take this new beginning because I know that everything is going to be just dandy. I know that everything is going to be just fine. And then I'm, that I'm just on this path, and really I'm not really in as much control as I think I'm in. And so I'm just going to follow my bliss. I'm going to follow my happiness. I'm going to follow my joy. I'm going to allow the divine to show me the way. And if the divine is allowing this person, place, or thing to leave my life, well, then it must go. And I said good day. Yeah. This has really got somebody's panties in a bunch, okay? Because they did not expect that, right? That it was like, plot twist, collective is okay with it. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and you're focused. You're like, and I feel like whatever it is that you're, if something was ushered out, right, you've already, either there's already doors that are opening, or you're taking steps. It's like, you're like, yeah, no, this is, I'm thriving in this energy of, like, with the Knight of Swords, that's focus. You know what I mean? Like, that's, but it also feels like, too, somebody's trying to run from this, not you, but somebody's trying to run from maybe this Five of Swords energy, right? Of where, like, they kind of, dug themselves a grave here, right? It's like, they fell into, their own trap, if you will. But, yeah, something did not go as planned. And because you are this, like, master, right? You're working on, like, self-mastery and things like that. And it's like, you've really kind of come in tune with your higher self and the way of the universe and the ebbs and flows. And you've released attachment, and you're in this energy. It's like, cool. You know, show me the way. What's new? What's next? Right? Like there's this, I feel like there's this new, maybe exciting energy for some of you, and somebody else is like, fuck. You know, I feel like they're kicking themselves in the ass because they literally just like I said, um, they just, you know, ushered you into this level up, or they just ushered you into the next part on your journey, right? Yeah. Yeah. Ah. So collectively, I feel like you're in a fantastic energy, right? Keep doing what you're doing, right? Um, you know, a lot of you are maybe in this phase of this hangman and this four of swords, right? This may be where your energy is, okay? Where, you know, you're aligning to whatever this new phase is, or you're, you know, kind of going through some introspection, getting a deeper understanding, maybe lots of rest, okay? And it's like confirmation, lots of rest, okay? Because when this shows up for you, however it does, right? Ace of Pentacles here, there's going to be a lot of quick movement. Things are going to go fast, right? He's running and then he's getting on a motorcycle that is also very fast, okay? So, like, and this hawk up here is letting me know that you're not alone. You will never be alone on this, okay? This new adventure may seem very scary and very, you know, nerve-wracking, yeah, I feel like when this Ace of Pentacles does show up, right, this opportunity or something like that, right, whatever is on this new path, it is going to move very quickly. That's an energy I've been picking up on here, okay? So if you feel, some of you are kind of in between this, right, where you're, you know, a little bit of rest, a little bit of movement, a little bit of rest, a little bit of movement. So you're kind of like shuffling, kind of switching over into this energy here. But, you know, a lot of you I feel like are just, you know, while we're still moving through the retrogrades and coming through eclipse season and things like that, you're probably getting a lot of rest right now. And that's good, okay? That's good. Because that's where you need to be, right? Allow these people to do the worrying. I don't think that you're worried about anything. If you feel worried, you could be picking up on their energy. It could also be from you, right? We always want to make sure that we take responsibility for our own energy and checking in with ourselves and making sure that we're not just, you know, blaming someone else's energy for something that we may actually really need to work through. But, you know, for a lot of you, I feel like, you know, you've already kind of mastered detachment a little bit, right? And you're, you know, you're well on your way, but it's a matter of, I feel like, divine timing, okay? I feel like this communication about this new beginning, again, Knight of Swords, that's communication. Knight of Swords is fast, okay? Yeah. Feels good, though. Feels good though. So if you are in this space where, you know, you are kind of in this hangman and this four of swords energy of just maybe things are kind of moving slow and there needs to be a little bit of patience, and, you know, you're still kind of, you know, understanding things or moving through some things. Honestly, it feels like a lot of if there's like healing and stuff going on, it's almost happening like for you, right? You know, however that looks for you, but yeah, it's gonna change quick, right? There's an energy of, again, quick. Nine of Wands to the Nine of Pentacles, right? This is somebody who feels like they have to fight for everything, and this is somebody who just attracts it all. So this is a shift, right? Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords. So a lot of you are in this energy of getting this clarity, of finding this true, you know, it's like you've lived in this reality for quite some time, but you're finding your truth in this reality, right? No longer fighting for what you want, what you need, all of that, right? And just attracting it. knowing that your existence is plenty. And yeah, this is your truth. So again, if something is being ushered out, right? If somebody tried to come in and it brings something to an end or something like that, and they were able to do that, your space, your mental space is in a good space of recognizing and realizing, well, nobody could really do that to something that was really meant for me, that was really, that was really meant to stay around. So deuces, right? Like, and there's an energy and a space where I feel like you're moving more into this energy of like, well, I don't know where the path is going to take me today, but I know that I'm going to be just fine, and I'm going to have more than what I need, and everything is going to be just fine. And somebody else is kicking themselves in the ass because they clearly, those people that whatever they were doing, right, they don't, again, I'm going back to like the ego, right, and still being very attached to worldly things and things like that. They're not connected to a higher power, to their higher self like you are, or to the universe, or they don't have this deeper understanding. So, right, so it's like somebody thought that they could take something from you and that nothing would come back in, and it's like, okay, well, I guess you don't understand the way things work. Yeah, Nine of Swords, exactly. Yeah. And that's okay. They're where they're meant to be on their journey, and we can honestly probably thank them for ushering out anything that wasn't meant to stick around, right? And now this creates room for this new opportunity, this new beginning to come in, Thanks for doing me a service, because, maybe I would have sat a little bit too long in this had you not basically ushered that out for me. But because I'm not attached to it, I'm okay with that, and I'm looking forward to what's coming, right? When one door closes, another one opens. And, I was kind of bored in this room, so cool. Like it's something like that. You know what I mean? Like I had lost my excitement, or I had lost my, whatever. But yeah, these people really did you a favor. Mm-hmm. They're saying even if it was like people, right? Even if these people turned others against you, they did you a favor, because if it was so easy to turn these people against you, you probably didn't want them on your team to begin with. So, yeah, there's something about these people doing you a favor. It may not seem like it, right? And especially in the midst of it, and when you're still kind of taking things personally, and still but I think a lot of you, if this is resonating with you, you're at this point where you're like, thanks for doing my dirty work. You know what I mean? Like, I just kept my hands all nice and clean. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. Cool. So, there's new exciting things for you. You may still be in like this, patience, resting energy. Things may still be moving a little bit slowly, right? But we're in the very rainy part of spring, right? April showers bring May flowers, right? So that may be significant. If we're following the natural way of the universe, right? But it's okay, because there is something coming, and it is going to move very quickly, right? Yeah. Cool. I like this. Yeah, and whoever was involved, they're experiencing something, whatever, So that's not really any of our business, but it may be, it may become your business. You may hear about some things, you may find out about some things and stuff like that. Don't put too much focus in it, right? Just, all right, thanks for letting me know, right? It's kind of like almost a confirmation maybe for a lot of you, but yeah. These people, I feel like they had put some sort of like shield over them that's expired, right? Like, you know. It's so funny how the weather can change so quickly. Just like, man, okay, well. Yeah, those storms were crazy yesterday. I slept like a baby. Did they? Well, from what I know about caramel, never mind. I'm just going to say this. There's a lot of ego running around in caramel, isn't there? And that tornado said, nope, 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 nope. I am feeling a lot better these days. I am. Like I said, I think that situation, a couple weeks ago, my grandma she really knows how to get my ass in gear. And, yeah. And she certainly did that. And yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. She just kind of, sometimes you just need that little, just, just like anyone else. I just needed that little shove, that little push. And yeah, she knows my buttons. I'm sure my grandpa was involved also. They be doing teamwork up there these days, Partners in crime, but not crime. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. So I'm glad that it happened. It's all been resolved as of now. Lamborghini is legal and back on the road and doing good. Speaking of, let's just all take a moment and send Michelle W. some love. Her daughter's getting married in a couple of days, and it's been a lot. I don't want to say it's been stressful, but she's been very busy. And so let's just send her a very peaceful, loving next few days, and anyone else that you can think of, right? To get through this beautiful wedding that she has been, really immersed in. So, yeah, I just want to just take a minute and send her a little bit of love and, like I said, all of you as well, but, shout out to Michelle. But, yeah. Weddings are stressful. There's so many little details and things like that, you know. So I'm sure she's glad that it's almost here. But anyways, guys, good reading. Love this energy. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, because again, like I said, through most of that bullshit, I didn't even feel your energy. It feels like you're just, you know, kind of either resting or being patient or trying to understand something deeper, or, you know, doing some introspection. It feels like you're doing the right things. And it does feel like there's, you know, new doors that are opening very quickly. Okay? But, all right, guys. I'm going to jump. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, let me remind that all week this week, we're doing readings for donations. So you can purchase on the website if you'd like to, or you can just send the donation to anything, in, you know, that information is in the description box below. Put your question on the donation thing and then screenshot that bitch and then send it to my email, so that way I have a way to send you the link to the video. And I am recording the videos for them. So yeah, equal kind of energy exchange. So yep, that's going on all week. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I guess the week is almost over. I didn't know. I've honestly thought about switching back to that, but just doing that all the time, like readings for donations. But anyway, sorry. Anyways, okay, I love you. We'll talk later.